Hello guys, I'm back. Welcome to Kitty's Kitchen. I haven't videoed in a little bit due to just recent strife in America. It's been very difficult, and I don't know. I didn't think it was right time to video, but anyway, so now we're back, and I just have a simple thing that I'm doing tonight, which will um, help out some friends of mine. I'm cooking for a friend of mine who's going through some surgery right now. So I'm gonna make some egg salad. So I've already boiled about 12 eggs, about a dozen eggs, and put them in this dish right here. The shells seem like they're cool enough now where I can deshell them. So I'm going to go ahead and deshell and put the shells in the trash and basically deshell all the eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and put you on pause and come back when they're ready and I'll show you what to do. Okay, bye. Okay, hi. I'll just show you real quickly how to take the shell off an egg, which most people know how to do. From the boiling water to cool water in a dish, you can then hold the egg and it's cool enough. After a few minutes, it's cool enough to be able to deshell the egg. So just smash it against a hard surface, and then you want to get it over a trash can or something like that in order to be able to take the shell off. Once the shell's off, then I would run it under cold water to make sure you get all the shell off of it, and go ahead and put it in with your eggs. So now we have a dozen freshly deshelled eggs to work with. So that should be good. And now the next thing you want to do to make egg salad is to go ahead and kind of smash and cut up the eggs, maybe with a knife or a fork. And to do it like this in a larger dish or so, and you want to just kind of cut up the egg and the yolks until they become a smaller cut size. And you want to get all the egg pieces. You see how you can already see the yolks and the eggs here. So I think there's about 3 or 4 more to cut. And this should be a good snack for anybody who's not well, like, going through something right now, a little bit of surgery or whatever, but it's a nice thing. Nice, food dish to bring somebody who's just had some surgery or whatever. So as you can see, we have a nice full dish of cut up eggs. I use this sharp knife. To do it just because I didn't want to mess around with it too much. I mean, you could use a spoon, you could use a fork if you want, but however you want to cut your egg pieces, kind of up to you how you want to do it. But anyway, and I'll show you the mixture that I use with my eggs, and I also use a similar thing for my deviled eggs, which I'm going to make for the 4th of July party that I'm going to. Well, it's not really. It's a barbecue. I don't know if it's like a full blown party or not, but it's definitely a barbecue. I'm gonna go for 4th of July. I'm gonna bring my famous deviled eggs. So I'll show you just a little glimpse of what I put in my deviled eggs and what I put in my egg salad. My egg salad, which is this. So usually I use Hellmann's real mayonnaise because I think that's the best mayonnaise, but they didn't have any Hellmann's downstairs, and so I'm gonna use Kraft real mayo, and it should be comparable to Hellmann's. It should be similar. Should be similar to Hellmann's. So just go ahead and put some mayonnaise in there. And I like to put white pepper and a little bit of garlic powder. Give me a minute till I find these spices. Okay, so I found the proper spices. Okay, so with about a dozen eggs, you're going to want to use about a teaspoon of each of the spices. So I like to use a little bit of garlic powder just to season it. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Okay. And white pepper is the other thing I like to use. White pepper has a very unique flavor to it, and it doesn't show the little black spots on the eggs, which I do like black pepper too. It's very good, which I might end up adding in the long run, but I think white pepper has a really nice smoothness to it and a really nice flavor. So white pepper and garlic powder, which I learned from a recipe from Cooking Up South, which was a recipe book that I got from my friend Lady Di, who's a poet, Sylvia Beverly, who's a poet I met on the Poets on the Green Line, my group, Poets on the Green Line group, and she published a book of poems and a cookbook, and it's called Cooking Up South, and she had some really nice recipes in there, and one of her recipes I've adopted, and this is kind of a version of one of her recipes with the theme of the white pepper and the garlic. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the eggs getting smashed here with the seasonings. I would say you need to wetten it a little bit more with a little bit more mayonnaise. It's a dozen is kind of a lot of eggs. So, you kind of got to adjust to how many eggs you have, and you want to make it so that it's creamy. So that it's creamy and kind of fluffy, if you will, because it's with eggs. You kind of want eggs to be a little bit fluffy. Okay, that's a little bit better. So let me show you. So this is the egg mixture. So I would say let's give it a taste. Oh, it's nice. Very nice. The pepper gives it a little little bit of kick. I would say you could salt it a little bit. Let me put a little bit of salt in here. And I'll do a little pinch of salt. Pinches of salt. But it's got a nice flavor to it. And of course, I've got to put a little bit of black pepper in it. That's just my thing. I like black pepper on stuff. I think it's good. Anyway, that should be fine. So this is egg salad, and I'm gonna bring it to my friend as is, and bring over some pita bread. Too full. I've got a nice package here of fresh pita bread. This is good. You can make little mini sandwiches from the egg salad or whatever. Put a little bit of egg in the pita bread or whatever. And I'm going to also bring over some hummus, some garlic roasted hummus. But really, this should be a good start for her. You know, during her time of restation and stuff. So anyway, that's my egg salad. Yum. Okay, and I guess I'll come back to you a little later, but thanks for watching. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.